Hey Scorpios, welcome to Scorpio Intuitions. So today I want to do something a little different. I had somebody that hit me up, really wanted some insight from spirit on how to get over or get through a toxic situation, be it in a relationship, family, and some of these would be people that you currently could be staying with, dealing with on a regular. And this person really want to know like how to get over a toxic situation. So what we're gonna do is get some advice from spirit to see how spirit, the type of advice that spirit wants you to go about handling this situation. All right, Scorpios, like and subscribe. I love you guys most high. I thank you for my Scorpio family. I thank you for their life. Spirit, anything that's concerning to them or anything that is hindering them, we ask you right now to meet them in their need of their aid. Victory is ours. We know it. We walk in, we affirm it, we claim it. It is so. Most high, when it's dealing with my powerful Scorpio family, spirit, what is the advice that you have for them to get over a toxic situation? Messages of clarity and truth. All right, first thing that came out was failure. So right now, Spirit is saying, first you have to understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So Spirit says, first knowing that the situation that you're in isn't healthy is the first thing. Because a lot of people, they get accustomed to a toxic situation. They start to embody it as normality. And Spirit says right now that there's a situation that you need to learn from this toxic encounterment. Now, if this is with a loved one, with family, mother, brother, or sibling, Spirit says, first understand what is the issue. Spirit says, separate yourself from the situation and look at the situation from a point of like a bird's eye view. And Spirit says, once you're able to identify the toxic trait or identify what needs to be fixed in it, then Spirit says, now you can look at it from a different type of angle. So it's not what you do, it's how you do. And when you're in a toxic situation, Spirit says, first thing first is to see how can you make it less toxic. Not just that, then the next move is how can you remove yourself from the situation, because you can't be in a situation that's hindering you and expect to heal. Most High, what else do you have for them? Spirit says there's an energy that you could have of worrying. Spirit says we are powerful beings. So if you're in a toxic situation, Spirit says worrying never brought anything great to a situation. Only action and moving forward in your knowing. Spirit says right now, when you worry about a situation, you're putting more attention on what it is that you don't want other than what it is that you do want. So right now, it's time for you to change your mindset. Be an active creator. Start speaking things going contrary to what you feel they're gonna go. It's like if you feel like you're stuck in a situation and you're worrying about the next thing that's going to cause a conflict, or then that means you're really focusing on that conflict, meaning that you're bringing it closer to you. And also, since this is the month of November, Spirit is saying right now there's an energy that there's a very need for you to guard your mind, protect your mind from negative thoughts. And sometimes we have to realize toxic situations aren't just the things around us. It includes ourselves if we're feeding it. And Spirit says with this worry, you have to start, it's not going to change your outcome. What is going to change your outcome is you affirming it. You seeing the situation moving in a better light. You seeing you moving out of that toxic environment that is bringing about some type of damage. And also the next thing Spirit says, be grateful how to get out of a toxic situation is you have to be grateful for everything. You have to be grateful for what you do have, what you don't have. And when you start focusing on the things that are not as damaging, the things that are not as a dis-ease, then the Spirit says, then as you begin to focus on the good things, then good things will start coming to you. It's just like if you first buy a car, you don't see it on the road until you drive it. When you start driving it, then you start seeing it more. Spirit says, put that positive energy, put what you're grateful for in the forefront so that it can start coming towards you. Also, Spirit says acceptance. In certain situations, Spirit says you have to accept people in situations for who they truly are. You thinking that they're going to change because of you is not helping you. And Spirit says if you understand that this is how somebody is, or this is how they are, the Spirit says, so what do you do next? The first step is admitting that there is a problem, admitting that there is someone that is not going to change, someone that is still stuck in their ways. So now, since you know there's things that you cannot change, what can you change within that dynamic? If you can't change that toxic person, that mom, that brother, that sibling, that lover, that friend, then what can you change? You only have authority over you. And then how you move predicates how they move. So Spirit says if they're moving in toxic ways, you remove yourself to the best way of your ability, so they're gonna have to move different. Because if you ain't fucking with them or you're not in their energy field, then how is it going to affect you? And I know some of y'all saying, well, I'm living with this person, I'm in this. There are so many ways to skin a whatever you want to skin. I don't know. I'm not into skinning things except for catfish. So there's many ways to skin a catfish. Choose one. All right. So right now is accepting that people are who they are. Understand that mistakes are only opportunities to learn. So also Spirit is saying in these situations, you need to know what it is. You need to do self-evaluation within yourself. Also, I do see there's an energy of envy. So Spirit says right now to make sure that you, the best way on how to get out of a toxic situation is make sure that you are not adding to it. Make sure that you are not focusing more on that particular situation, person, place, or thing more than you're focusing on yourself. Because the truth is, if you're so focused on yourself, it's going to be very hard for you to focus on anything else. And right now, because envy is here, it's like this could be like an energy. I feel like it's an energy of somebody could be blaming, you know, like they're focusing more on what somebody else is doing, but they're not realizing what they could be doing. So with that, Spirit says, in order to get out of the toxic situationship, understand there's always opportunities for you to learn. It ain't no point of worrying. We calling those things as though we want it to be. We're grateful for what we do have so that we could bring in more of that gratitude energy, and also accepting people for who they are. So so right now, so it's like if somebody a part of the situation isn't changing, Spirit says there's something about you that need to change. And maybe you need to focus more on having that change. So if you're living with somebody, make sure that you focus on what you need to do so that you can move about that environment and not focus on what other people doing or what they're not doing. All right, Scorpio family, I love you. Love yourself. Understand we as gods. If this resonated, like and subscribe. And go to our other channel, SwiftIntuitions, because I'm going to be updating all signs. So follow your sun, moon, and rising. I love you. We the gods, and it ain't nothing they can do about it. Blessings.